It is time for another Brittany's Bites, and this week we are celebrating football season. We all love a good tailgate, right? And this is sort of the perfect tailgate recipe. We've got a dip. We all love dips, right? We've got the crock pot, and we've got Tennessee orange. Kind of, because we are making buffalo chicken dip. This could not be easier to make. If you know how to throw things into a crock pot and crank up the heat, you're good to go. You can be the chef in the family with that. All right, so let's get started. We have all of the ingredients here. Very simple, easy ingredients, a lot of them pre-made. We'll talk more about that when we get to the chicken over here, but let's start with some of the ingredients, and this will be a block of cream cheese, which is 8 ounces. I cubed it up because that'll make it melt a little faster. It almost did not fit into my little dish, but there we go. We've got, again, 8 ounces of cream cheese. And then we have about a half cup of scallions. You could leave these out if you don't like green onions, scallions, whatever you like to call them, but I like those. And I'm gonna save actually a few to be the garnish on top. Then we have a cup of ranch, whatever kind you like. I went ahead and squeezed it on out here because this will be much easier to put into the crock pot. Okay, about a cup of that. And then, of course, one of the stars of the dish, we've got the red hot buffalo sauce, whatever kind of brand you like. This is actually a wing sauce that I'm gonna put in here. Then we're gonna put in some spices, and then the chicken. All right, I'm just going to do a few cranks of black pepper. Gotta have that. The next thing I'm gonna do is some onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika. And I'm gonna go ahead and do about a half teaspoon of each. You could bump it up or down depending upon what you think about these spices in your own dish, or you could just leave them out. Just do some black pepper and that's it. I think that would do just fine. This is the garlic powder. And then I'm gonna do the paprika. Okay, let's talk about this chicken. You could buy the canned chicken. That really would sort of save you a step. Very, very easy. But also, you know, every store has those rotisserie chickens these days, and they're so easy. Many of them are very cheap, so I just got a little help in shredding this. If you're doing it in a dip like this, you might want to shred it even more, but we're gonna go with this. You probably only need about 3 to 4 cups, and this is probably a little bit more than that, so I'm just maybe gonna put in about half of this right now, and then perhaps add a little bit more later. And then one more ingredient I almost forgot. We have cheese. I just got a little mozzarella and some cheddar, and I like these two together. Mozzarella melts very nicely. Of course, when it comes to cheese, you want to sort of get the block cheese if you can and shred it yourself because it'll melt even better. I'm taking shortcuts. So each one of these is about 2 cups. I'm gonna do about 1 cup of each, then see how I like it, and maybe add some more once I get it cooking down. But this is all you need to do. All right, we've got about 2 cups of cheese in there. Looks great, smells great. We're just gonna put on the lid and crank up the heat to high and let it go for about 1 to 2 hours. And then you've got your dip. We'll come back. The dip has been going for about an hour now, so it's ready to serve up. So I'm just gonna take off the lid here and then take a little scoop. And speaking of scoops, I think that's probably the best thing to serve it with because you need something that's a little sturdy. And of course, one of the reasons I wanted to make this, as you can see, is because it's a little bit of a hint and a nod to the Tennessee orange, right? 1 more scoop in here. And then I left a few of these green onions for just a little topper. How pretty is that? Yummy too. So give this dip a try. If you'd like the full recipe, you can go online to WBIR.com.